There's a rhythm to food prices that most people don't pay attention to, and understanding it can cut your produce costs by 50 to 70% while actually improving the quality and nutrition of what you're eating. Seasonal eating isn't just some romantic notion about connecting with nature, it's practical economics combined with agricultural reality. Here's how it works. When butternut squash is harvested in October, there's abundance. Supply is high, prices drop, and you're paying 50 cents a pound for squash that's been on the vine until peak ripeness. Come March, that same squash has been in storage for 5 months, supply is dwindling, and now it costs $2 a pound for lower quality produce. Meanwhile, different vegetables are coming into season and following their own price curves. Let's map out the year. Spring brings asparagus, peas, lettuce, radishes, and strawberries. These items plummet in price during their peak weeks. Summer is tomatoes, zucchini, corn, peaches, berries, and peppers, abundant and cheap. Fall delivers squash, sweet potatoes, apples, pears, and root vegetables. Winter, at least in most of North America, is cabbage, citrus from warmer regions, and storage crops like potatoes and onions. The nutritional component matters too. Produce picked at peak ripeness and consumed shortly after contains more vitamins and phytonutrients than produce picked early to survive shipping and storage. Those August tomatoes aren't just cheaper, they're legitimately more nutritious than January tomatoes that traveled from another hemisphere. The skill you're building here is menu flexibility. Instead of deciding you want to make a specific recipe and shopping for those ingredients regardless of cost, you learn to see what's cheap and abundant, then decide what to cook based on that. It requires a mental shift from recipe following to ingredient-led cooking, but it's a shift that saves money and improves quality. Preservation methods let you extend seasonal abundance year-round. When strawberries hit $2 a pound in June, buy extra and freeze them for smoothies all year. When tomatoes are $1 a pound in August, make and freeze tomato sauce. Fermentation, which we'll discuss elsewhere, preserves vegetables while adding probiotic benefits. Even simple freezing, blanching and freezing green beans, corn, or peppers locks in nutrition and seasonal pricing. Storage is crucial for items like winter squash, potatoes, and onions that can last months. A cool, dark, dry space preserves these foods, essentially giving you a personal grocery store that you stocked at peak season prices. You bought butternut squash in October for 50 cents a pound, and you're still eating it in February, while the store charges $2.50. Shopping guides by month help internalize these patterns. January, citrus, cabbage, root vegetables. February, same, plus early greens if you're in warmer climates. March, transition month, still winter storage crops. April, asparagus, peas, early lettuce. May, strawberries, more greens. June, tomatoes starting, summer squash, stone fruits beginning. July, peak summer, everything's abundant. August, continued abundance, peppers and tomatoes peaking. September, transition to fall, early squash. October, winter squash, apples, pears. November, root vegetables, late greens. December, storage crops, citrus. The psychological dimension is interesting. There's something stabilizing about eating in alignment with natural cycles. Modern supermarkets create the illusion that all foods are available all the time, which sounds convenient, but actually disconnects us from the reality that food comes from plants that have growing seasons. When you eat seasonally, you're acknowledging and working with that reality rather than fighting it, and there's a surprising amount of stress reduction in that alignment. Financial planning becomes easier too. You know that summer produce budgets can focus on preservation while winter budgets shift to storage crops and frozen preserved items from summer. The predictability helps. This isn't about being rigid or never buying out-of-season produce. It's about making those purchases strategic exceptions rather than defaults. The bulk of your produce spending follows seasonal patterns because that's where value lives. When you want tomatoes in January for a specific recipe, you buy them, knowing you're paying a premium. but your daily eating patterns follow the seasons because that's where nutrition and economics align.